I prefer to travel roads less traveled. I just want to get out in the countryside and see the world. Best way to do that is by motorcycle. On this trip, we're going up to the eastern side of Cambodia. Before, I've ridden all over Cambodia. I've done multiple trips, but this time we're going eastern side. We'll go from Phnom Penh, Kampong Cham, then over to Mandalay, where we'll be hanging out at an eco resort there. It's pretty beautiful. Over to Karachi, back down to Kampong Cham, and then, of course, head back to Phnom Penh, where we'll finish the trip. Not really worried about getting lost or anything. We use a lot of GPS. We don't use maps, and because Cambodia, a lot of sections of Cambodia are still unmapped, GPS works really well. But you know, when you go on these trips, once you're in it, you're in it. So we're 100% committed once we get out into the countryside. On this trip, I'm going to go with a friend of mine, Rennie Tripmacher, who I've ridden a lot with in Cambodia. It's the smartest thing to do when you go on these trips. If you've never been somewhere, you don't speak the language, it's probably the best thing to do is to consult with a local guide. You'll get to see more, it's safer, you'll get places that you wouldn't get by yourself. So on this trip, yeah, I'll be taking a guide. I'll be taking Rennie with me. Josh Rigsby with me. He's also one of our riders on the SCHAMPA team. He drives a Class 1 buggy for us, and he came along, and I told him before he came he's going to be in for a world of experience, and I think he got it on this trip. Riding in Cambodia or anywhere in Southeast Asia can be a scooter nightmare. There's more scooters here, I think, than anywhere else on the planet. It's they use the scooter to the point of abuse. You know, they use them for bars, they use them to carry cattle, they use them to carry wood, whatever they need to carry. They design massive trailers to go with them on the backs of these scooters. It's intense. But getting around the streets of Phnom Penh it can be a nightmare because there's no real organization. There's traffic coming from all directions. People are just pulling out in front of people. I'd say the best thing about Cambodia, Laos, these kind of places is people drive ridiculously slow. So you don't really worry about getting hit by anyone. You just have to watch out that you don't bump into someone and things like that. But yeah, it's a scooter mecca for sure. Oh, the best joke in the world, you know, is in Cambodia or any place in Southeast Asia, you always ask a local, how many people can you get on a scooter? And the locals will always tell you, one more. But the nice thing about Phnom Penh is once you get out of the town just a little bit, you get on dirt really quick. Five minutes into it, I settled in. I got a little too relaxed, maybe just a little over anxious. Came across this footbridge, you know, and I thought I'd, you know, jump over it and see what it is. Little did I know that the road turned at almost a complete 45 or 90 degree angle, whatever it would be, and I just jumped straight into a fence. It wasn't a real bad thing. It was a fall down. It was just a laughing moment, but falling, getting that out of the way at the first, and kind of just laughing with everyone, it eased the tension. We got on with it, you know. No harm done. Good times. Yeah, on our first stop, we pulled in to get a quick bite to eat, and there were some local farmers there, and they wore the traditional Cambodia headpiece that you'll see in a lot of pictures and a lot of, you know, adventure magazines and travel photography and stuff. Yeah. First day of riding, man. Super hot, really humid. Whew. Every time we go on these rides, we get to stop in all kinds of different temples. Some are ruins from, you know, centuries past that were destroyed by the Khmer Rouge, or just over time have been dilapidated. And on this trip, like I said, every temple's different. On this one, we got to enter a really nice temple grounds, pulled in, and of course, when you enter these places, I understand I'm a guest, so really respectful. Pay attention to, you know, the monks and let them go about their business without interfering in their daily lives. On this trip, we got to pull in, and it was just a great place. We got to see some really beautiful sights, and met with some really great kids, and got to see a lady getting blessed. It was a nice stop at this temple. It's one of thousands that we get to stop at. Just now, I just watched a lady here get blessed. At least that's what it appeared to be, as being blessed. Can you explain to me what happened? What just took place? Do you know?
It just the woman just like sick or feel like bad, you know. Then come to the monk, and the monk really like blessed. Then they will feel better, or they believe the spirit will refresh.
So it refreshes the spirit is what they were doing, like a cleansing almost.
Yes.
Like she was sick, or she felt did something wrong, or something like along that line. And this is kind of like a cleansing ceremony, right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, it's good. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome very much. It's awesome. And where we're from, at least in one of the cultures we're around in the around Mexico, one of the things we do is when we race, a race called the Baja 1000, which is a very famous motorcycle race, an off-road race. When you go through the towns, it's a very traditional thing to go to the kids, and the kids come up and they get stickers, and they collect them, and they put them on their walls, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of it's something you do. It's a tradition. It's a tradition in what we come from. Our industry. There you go, buddy. Yeah. Don't let him take it again. That's not nice. But yeah, it's a gift. Yeah, just a gift.
It was on the other side.
Other side. That's right. The other side. That's right.
Just you don't know where the road is going. Don't just slow down, because there's gravel in the corner.
Okay.
If you too fast, you know,
Riding along the Mekong River, along the cliffs, the drop-offs, got to be real careful. I mean, there's a lot of places where waters wash these trails out, and you'll pull right up, and it's a straight, sheer drop-off. But yeah, riding along the cliffs, the boat villages, interacting with the locals, seeing how the locals live, that was a beautiful thing. And I know that this is just a taste of what's going to happen in the next days to come. Yeah, today was a pretty exciting day, huh? First off, got out a little late, got out of the city a little late. That was pretty interesting. But going through the city, Josh, how was that?
It was just intense, riding in and out of the people, and I mean, when you're merging, turning into a big intersection and weaving your way through, it's intense.
Experience.
Yeah, very much an experience.
Yeah, no, it's different. People coming at you from all directions, and you're going in the wrong direction a lot of times, you know? People riding on sidewalks up over anything, you know, when we go over the bridge and stuff.
Yeah.
You even don't know. You go in the right direction all day.
Yeah, you don't even know. You don't even know. I don't know. I don't know if we're dealing with French or English or right side, left side driving in this country. But it's good. It doesn't seem to be a lot of accidents. It doesn't seem to be too crazy. I mean, there's a few little accidents here and there, you know.
It's like a controlled mayhem.
Yeah. I guess anarchy does work, you know, form. I guess chaos theory works. There's always order to everything, right? I think that's what that is, right, Josh? Yeah. And then my most eventful thing today was coming around the little footbridge, trying to be Evel Knievel, and jumping into the fence of the farm.
Yeah.
I was like, woohoo!
I told you there's a turn. There goes.
Yeah, you told me there was a turn. It was right there, and I went right over it. But that was good, you know. Love that stuff, you know. Then coming through there, it was good stuff, you know. It was, you know, riding at night through the little towns, you know. That's an eye opener, you know. When I was mentioning a lot of people here, you know, they don't have things that we have and things we take for granted. It sure does put a different spin on what it could be like if all of a sudden all that was taken away from us, like we were talking about a little earlier, you know.
Right.
That was taken away. All of a sudden it goes from harsh to harsher to really harsh, you know.
Breakfast.
Where are we at right now?
We are in Kampong Cham here.
Kampong Cham?
Kampong Cham. It's 130 kilometers north of Phnom Penh.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we're leaving tomorrow 8 o'clock.